Hey everyone, it's Raj from 3CB. Prior to the Lakers season, GM Rob Pelinka, LeBron James, coaching staff, and LeBron's longtime trainer Mike Mancias sat down to devise a plan to help LeBron get through the season as healthy and fresh as possible and be ready most when it matters the most. We got more information on that plan during the team's first game versus the Nuggets, where LeBron played 28 minutes total and his longest shift was 6 minutes. Following the game, Darvin Ham said that the plan is to play LeBron around 28 to 30 minutes nightly, but that overall allotment will depend on a day-to-day conversation between LeBron, Mike Mancias, the medical staff, and the coaching staff. So there is some potential variability there. Based on that information, I like this plan a lot more than prototypical load management where the player just sits entire game for multiple reasons. Firstly, LeBron himself has said he doesn't like to miss games. From a fitness perspective, that makes sense because you have to play in games to build up that fitness, and really high-level fitness players like LeBron, they rely on playing in games to maintain and build that fitness level. Further with LeBron, he's very much a rhythm player. So playing in games consistently allows him, again, to build and maintain that rhythm. That's why when you see him come back from a hiatus, even if it's a short one, those first 1-2 games tend to be quite clunky because he's missing that rhythm, and that's when you'll often see people saying, oh, LeBron's old or LeBron's on the decline, but really it's just him regaining that rhythm and fitness level. In that same line, the same thing happens with the team as well. It disrupts the team's rhythm and flow because when you're playing with a guy like LeBron, adapting to him, and then he's out of the lineup, which is a completely different game plan and flow, then have to reinsert him, and you do that constantly. There's a lot of fluctuation there, and that can cause, again, some of that clunkiness. I think that's especially going to happen when you're trying to integrate a lot of new pieces as well, which the Lakers are. Secondly, why I like this plan is that it allows for more malleability, adaptability. It's not just LeBron completely missing a game. You can manage the minutes, play him less, play him a little bit more, depending on the game flow. You can lower his shifts or increase his shifts a little bit, again, depending on that game flow. Thirdly is that GM Rob Pelinka has clearly built a roster to take some of the load off of LeBron and even Anthony Davis to some extent. But in terms of LeBron specifically, the team now has multiple players who can handle the ball and create on the ball. So now that they're playing consistently with LeBron, it allows them to establish a consistent role and then eventually a consistent identity as an individual and as a team. Overall, the plan makes a lot of sense, and it really gives insight onto the perspective that the club is playing with, understanding that you have to see the forest for the trees and you have to be able to navigate some of these dips and flows but be consistent through them, especially now with an added in-season tournament as well, which is a variable that is completely new to the NBA. You might see some changes in the plan as the season goes on, just based on how LeBron is responding to it. He really knows himself probably better than any NBA player, arguably any athlete, when it comes to his own fitness and rhythm. But overall, I think every Laker fan should be happy with this because you want LeBron at his best when it matters the most. And that is going to be at the end of the season and headed into the playoffs.